So the topic we are discussing is now recruitment, selection and training. The topics and what is it's a long chapter but an easy one. Why I have chosen this is because this is quite an easy topic. It's chapter number 11 in your textbooks. Okay. Till now we were going in order 1 to 6. 7 is final accounts, which obviously needs a lot of board work, and you have to sit and solve them out. So I'm hoping that once physical school starts, we will be doing final accounts in school. So for now, I'm keeping it on a hold. Okay. So let's start. This is a very easy topic. You can open to the page. What is the page number? Does anyone know? So you can just
133.
What about HR? Human resource we had learned last year. Anyone remember what is HR and why we need it? Any idea?
Ma'am, we need HR for recruitment of new employees in the company.
Excellent. So HR basically relates to what? The human resource department relates to planning, directing, controlling, procurement of human resources, of people, for the integration, maintenance and procurement of people, and to achieve the goals of the organization. That is what basically HR relates to, the human resource department. As you know, a commercial organization is divided into many different types of departments. We spoke about purchase department, we spoke about finance department, and today the one which I am discussing is the HR department, of which this particular topic relates more to recruitment, selection and training. Okay, here Edwin Flippo's definition is important for recruitment. You can mark that out. It is on page number 143. The first para, recruitment, means identifying sources of staff and contacting the people to attract the number of candidates. Not that. Come to Edwin Flippo, that definition. If you see, I put it on bold in my screen. Recruitment is the process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for jobs in the organization. Here, I have to collect a pool of candidates, especially if I'm working in an HR department and I'm recruiting people. I will suppose there is a job profile that is existing in my organization. Say I'm in the marketing department. Say I want someone in the marketing department in my concern. So is it that I will only ask one person to come and give the interview and select him? No. So first I have to, as an HR department, you have to gather a pool of candidates from whom the applicants can be selected. So recruitment is a process for searching and obtaining applicants for the job. I may obtain 100 applicants, but maybe only 2 or 3 are selected. But that process of obtaining those applicants, searching for them, attracting them to apply for the job, stimulating them, that process is recruitment. Is it clear? Recruitment does not mean selecting the employees. It is only searching for applicants suitable for a particular job. So generally, when we have a very high profile job in an organization, such that it is at a high level, like at a managerial level or at an executive level, we will start looking for many kinds of clients or many kinds of people who can apply for these jobs, of which they have to go through many processes of screening and selection tests, and then the right candidate gets selected. So this process is recruitment. Okay. Anything to ask here with the definition? Can I move forward? Then we come to the features of recruitment. Please have a look at them. Number 1, the purpose of recruitment is to attract sufficiently large number of candidates. Whenever, I don't know how many of you have ever attended, how many of your fathers are running a business? Okay, have you all ever seen people coming for job interviews? Divyata, have you ever seen? Have you ever visited his office or seen many people coming for an interview in the workplace? Right.
He does it online though.
Okay.
But I have seen.
Okay. So that here what they're trying to say is you need sufficiently large number of candidates. Recruitment is a positive process. This question comes a lot, that why it is a positive process. Because it creates a pool of candidates from which a good choice can be made to fill the job vacancies in the organization. So this is a very positive process. You're asking people, come to my organization. My organization has so many vacancies. You can apply for it. Maybe you're lucky enough to join in. So whenever you are giving, you're giving hope to people. So it's a positive process. It always precedes selection. What is the meaning of the term precede? Precede means what? Who can say the meaning of the term
Carry
precede?
on.
No. What is precede? Zara, Meet, what is the meaning of the term precede? Anyone? Okay. Precede means comes before. Okay. Recruitment always comes before selection. This is again an important feature. And sound recruitment is essential for good selection of staff. It is a linking process because it brings together those seeking the job and those with the job. You have to identify the source from which I can get adequate number of qualified candidates. Is it an external source? Is it an internal source? Is it from within the organization that I'm getting the candidate, or from outside through advertisements, through employment exchanges? So source is important to identify. It is a two-way process between the recruiter and the recruited. You have to assess the suitability of the source and choose the most appropriate source. What does this point mean? I should assess the suitability of different sources. Means anyone? Why is it important to assess the suitability of different sources? No one is answering any questions. Is it that all of you are so very sleepy in the morning today? Come on, Meet, can you try? What is the meaning of assessing suitability of different sources?
Ma'am, we should appoint that member, like we should recruit that member who is suitable for the job, most suitable for the job.
Okay, suitability means basically from which source I'm wanting and which person is applying for the job. Right, today if there is a job for a doctor or for a teacher, you cannot have a chartered accounting coming and applying for a teaching job, isn't it? So the person's qualification should match with the suitability of the job. That's what they're trying to say here. So you should assess the suitability. Today if I'm inviting a candidate, please come and join the financial department in my organization, or I'm asking that why don't you come and give an interview for the marketing department. So he has to be from that field. He needs to be qualified from that field. Then only he can apply for the job. So his suitability is important to check before you recruit the candidate. Okay. Contacting the chosen sources and encouraging the prospective candidate to offer themselves for employment in the organization. You have to choose the correct sources from where you're going to choose this person, and you have to encourage them that please come, at least come and meet us, at least come and see the organization, and then decide whether you want to give the interview or not. Okay, some more I had taken out. Positive activity, locating the source, ability to match the job. A complex job because it involves lots of factors, like obviously when I want to select, I will look at the image of the company, the nature of the job, what are the organizational policies, are the working conditions suitable, what is the salary being offered, etc. And so on and so forth. Anything else you need to ask me here? Can I move forward? Okay, great. Now we come to the sources of recruitment. Okay, you can turn the page. It's on page 144 of your textbooks, those who are using the books. Okay. The source of recruitment, very, very important. Okay. Various sources of employees have to be recruited, and people are classified into two categories: internal sources of recruitment and external sources of recruitment. This is again an important question because sometimes they give you as a long 5-marker. Explain the internal sources of recruitment or explain the external sources of recruitment. So you should know each and every source from where you have to answer such questions. What is internal recruitment? Can anyone try? Krishna, what is internal recruitment?
Now,
Within
Within what? One word answer. I'm not asking one word answer to you.
Within the organization.
Yes. So can I say internal recruitment means when you're trying to fill the vacancies from within the organization by promoting and transferring existing employees from one job to the other. Okay, I have someone at a, let's say at a managerial level, okay, and someone at the executive level. Now, the person who's at the executive level or who's maybe the chairperson, he has retired from the company, he's left the company. So automatically the person who was at the managerial level, he gets promoted to the executive level. So this way, I'm recruiting someone from within the organization for that job, right? That becomes internal recruitment through a method of promotion. External recruitment means filling vacancies by appointing people from outside the organization. You're not appointing people from within, but from outside the organization. Now let's look at the important types of internal recruitment. Internal recruitment is a recruitment that takes place within the concern or organization. It is of two types. Actually, mainly, they have also given a third type, re-employment of ex-employees. But in your book, we are sticking to two important ones, that is transfer and promotion. Now, what is transfer and what is promotion? Let's quickly understand it. Transfer means lateral movement of an employee not involving promotion or demotion. Lateral means what? What is the meaning of the term lateral?
It is like in a line.
In a line. So transfer doesn't mean change of position. Transfer means horizontal, right? So
Yes.
basically, when there is a lateral movement of an employee, neither the person gets demoted, neither he gets promoted. You are in class 10. I'm not saying you're going to get demoted to 9, but I'm also not saying that before giving the boards, you will be promoted to 11. So you are existing in grade 10 now. So transfer may require an employee to change his work group or workplace or organization unit, but his position in the company does not change. There is no change in the status. There is no change in the salary. That is called transfer. Okay. What is
Like if to give an example, if we are in class 10th and there are two sections, so studying in A, I'm transferred to B section.
possible? Yes. But doesn't mean that your class is changing. You may
Yes.
have a different set of people with whom you're sitting now. That's called transfer or working in a different group. Promotion, on the other hand, refers to changes in which the pay, the status, the privileges of the new post is much higher than that of the old. As I said, that if someone, for example, when the present sales manager of a company retires, one of the branch managers may be promoted to that new position. Now, whenever you get a promotion always comes with an incentive. Remember that whenever you take up a job and you are going to get promoted in an organization, you will always get something extra, some new privilege will be attached, or your salary will increase, your position will become higher in the organization. That is called promotion. So here I'm recruiting in two ways. Number one, by transferring the person from one job to the other. Number two, by promotion. In promotion, what am I doing? I'm just changing the status of the person. How am I changing the status of the person? By promoting him to a higher level. But in both the cases, what is common? What is common in both these two cases?
That there is a change.
I said, what is common in both these two places? Anyone can try at least. Avni, what is common in both these two cases? Zara, in transfer and promotion, what is common? No one can answer. What recruitment are we doing?
Internal.
Internal. So they both are within the organization. The recruitment is taking place within the concern or organization. That is why both transfer and both promotion come under internal recruitment. That is the common feature in all of them. Clear? Anything to ask here? Not understood? Difficult? Okay, great. Now we come to the merits and demerits of internal recruitment. Okay, let's look at them. Number one, filling vacancies for higher jobs by promoting employees from within organization is a good practice because you're motivating and improving the morale of the employees. Right? If a constantly a person, say you have joined a big brand today, a good organization, and in the organization with years, you're constantly getting promoted. It will induce a loyalty in you that, okay, they are taking care of my work. Once you see, till now practically you all are still studying, but 5 years down the line all of you will be applying for jobs once your studies get over, 5 to 7 years down the line. So then you will understand the importance of this particular chapter, that how, and how it is important to feel motivated when you start actually working. If people are constantly demotivating you, your work is not good, you're good for nothing, your tendency to adapt to changes is very low, automatically you get very demotivated, your morale starts going down. So it's important that you get promotions in the organization, your efficiency improves as an employee. It helps to minimize labor turnover and absenteeism. What is labor turnover? Any idea? Anyone? What is labor turnover? In big organizations like factories, where there are many large number of laborers working, constantly laborers are leaving the organization for high salary, for because they're not able to fulfill the working hours. So if you are constantly promoting them, giving them money, then the labor turnover will be less, people will be less absent, they will not leave the job very quickly. In many organizations the attrition rate is very high, people leave very quickly. Why so? Why people leave organizations? What could be the reason? It's difficult to get jobs, then why do people leave?
Because the salary is not up to the mark of their work.
Not only salary, the working conditions should be very conducive, the way you get along with people, the whole atmosphere of work, it's very important. Okay, the way the boss treats you or the higher authorities speak to you. So if you're not happy with all those things around, automatically the labor turnover becomes higher in those organizations. Another thing is, within the organization the recruitment is much cheaper. If you see, as I said, a person is at the managerial level, he got promoted to the executive level. To find that candidate, the money spent was very less. Hardly they had to spend any money to select the candidate, except increasing his salary. Otherwise, they would have given a job advertisement, or they would have hired an employment agency to hire. So they had to pay, the employer had to spend that much more money to recruit the candidate. So it's much cheaper for him. Time and money needed to spend on advertisement of vacancies, tests, interviews is saved. Candidate working in the organization does not even require a proper induction training. He does not have to undergo too many processes of training either. So these are all the merits of internal recruitment. Now let's go to the demerits. There may be inbreeding as fresh talent from outside is not obtained. As I said, today technology is becoming far more improving. So are the candidates. People are learning a lot today. If you look, the newer generation, they know much more than what the older generation would have known. Right? So if you look at them, there may be inbreeding as fresh talent from outside is not obtained. So internal candidates may not be giving a new outlook and fresh ideas to the business, right? Because whatever, when you're working in one organization for years and years and years, your whole mindset becomes very adaptable to the same things. Then what happens? Your creativity starts going down. So to become very creative, to come up with innovative and new ideas, you need fresh talent. You need new people joining the organization. So in that case, you need to depend on external sources of recruitment. Unsuitable candidates may be promoted to positions of higher authority or higher, because the choice is limited. Sometimes you don't have a choice. To fill up the vacancy, you're just going to fill up any candidate you want. You have no choice to do it. Employee sometimes becomes lethargic. If he knows he's going to only get promotion, he might not be very competent enough or might not work hard. Enterprise has to resort to external recruitment at some stage because all vacancies cannot be filled from within the organization. Is it clear? Anything to ask here or very difficult? Krishna, video is off. Muskan, you're just come in when 8 or 9 minutes of the class is left. And your video is also off. You've just got up from sleep. It's looking like that. So don't tell me there were connectivity issues because we have finished quite a lot portion of the class.
No, ma'am. Actually, when we put the ID, the meeting password, that column wasn't coming. So I had a problem.
How can that not come? You just have to enter the meeting ID and enter the password and you get connected.
No,
There is no theory behind it, Muskan.
Ma'am, when that column comes that put the meeting password, that wasn't coming. So they were telling that we are unable to connect Zoom. So that
Okay,
was.
anyways, is the merits and demerits clear, children? Anything to ask? Not understanding till now? Okay, till whatever we have studied, please, anyone, if you have any questions, you can put up. Krishna, clear? Divyata, Meet, anything to ask? Zara, are you understanding? Avni, absolutely clear? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Chapters easy till now? Anything very difficult here?
No, ma'am.
Great.
Ma'am.
Yeah, tell me, Krishna, I'm listening.
Ma'am, how many chapters for the test?
Only first,
Three.
second, and third. First three. Okay. Now the external sources of recruitment which we are going to learn. There are many of them: advertisement, employment exchange, factory gate recruitment, casual collars, campus placement, labor contractors, walk-in, management consultants, etc. We are going to do them. Look at the first one on the screen. Advertisement. Very common, something which we look at on a day-to-day basis in the newspaper, don't we? This is something which is very common. If you looking for creative person, content writer, why you think these job opportunities keep coming in the advertisement column? Anyone? Anyone? Why do we have so many advertisements in newspapers, journals? For what reason?
Because there is a need for.
There is a need to fill the vacancies. Correct. Whenever an organization wants to fill job vacancies and it is not being able to recruit people from within the organization, it will depend on recruitment from outside, from external sources. So it is important that how you're going to fulfill it, detailed information about organization and job can be given in the advertisements to facilitate self-screening by the prospective candidates. If necessary, organization can also keep the identity secret by asking the applicants to reply to a post box number. If they don't want to mail your CV to a particular Gmail ID, okay, or they don't want to give that the vacancies from which organization, so they will not give the name. This is what actually happens in an advertisement. The good part here is that the main advantages are that you can reach out to a large number of people through the newspaper ads. But the disadvantages are that maybe a flood of applicants will apply, and then the HR's work increases because he has to screen out which people are suitable for the job or not, or whose qualifications are going to match with the suitability of the job. Okay, sometimes unqualified candidates may also apply, and this increases the time and the effort and the expenses involved in screening the applicants. Second picture, if you see, I've put is of an employment exchange. Can you see there? Okay. The government of India has set up employment exchanges throughout the country to tackle unemployment problems. Many times what happens is people are well qualified, but they don't know how to get a job. Right? This is a common problem that many people face. So you have employment exchanges where you can go and register yourself. You put your name, your address, your job details, whatever you want, and what kind of a job you seek. Then once you have filled up, those employers who are going to contact these employment agencies, they have your details. So when employers notify job vacancies to the exchanges, they will refer the names and address of the candidates needed. This is another way we can recruit people, okay, through employment exchanges. First two easy. Anything to ask here? Clear. Okay. Next one. Third one we are talking about is placement agencies. Several recruitment agencies like ABC Consultants, AF Ferguson Associates, etc., they provide recruitment and selection services. It's a placement agency. The agency will advertise the job. It will receive and screen applicants, and it will select the suitable people for short-term purposes. That is called, and will shortlist them. So what is this placement agency doing? The placement agency is where they are taking the onus of appointing and recruiting the people. So these agencies are like private agencies. You are going to maybe pay some money and you are going to register yourself with them. You will say that I want this kind of a job and this is what I'm looking for. So agency will now advertise the job. It will receive the applicants and will screen them and select them. That is the function of the placement agency. So I'm stopping at number 3 because we have only 2 minutes left. And then from campus interview, I will continue in the next class. Okay. Tell me anything not clear till placement agency you want to ask me. I have done till page 145, the third topic. Meet, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Divyata, Krishna, anything to ask till
No,
now?
ma'am.
Okay, great. Then I'll ask, since you all don't have any question. Krishna, what is recruitment?
Ma'am, choosing people for like a specific job.
Okay. Choosing people for a specific job is recruitment. That's what I told.
Ma'am,
Yes, Divyata?
recruitment is the process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for jobs in the organization.
So in simple words, even if I don't look at the definition, I would say I would gather a pool of candidates who can apply for a prospective job. I'm not going to choose them. I'm not selecting them. I'm only gathering a pool of candidates. That is recruitment. Okay. Meet, which are the two important sources of recruitment?
Internal and external recruitment.
Internal and external. Avni, which are the two important types of internal recruitment?
Promotions and transfers.
Promotion and transfers. Zara, give me two types of external sources which we did.
Advertisement and employment exchange.
Okay, so we are stopping till here.